All right, everybody, welcome back. I am here with the new setup. Look, I've got these headphones on. I've got this cool little microphone thing. I've got nothing. I'm here at the Thirst Underground. Still in the dirt, you guys. Same old Ethan. Just a different day. What's today? December 6th, 2022. Just doing a little update, I guess. Up here in Salt Lake City and really dedicated and obsessed with my business, Thirst. And I'm really dedicated and obsessed with the process of becoming really something great and creating something great, and also making sure that I'm doing it the right way along the way, and treating people right and doing it in a way that is going to be like long-term sustaining good, right? And so yeah, I think about that a lot, and I'm jumping on tonight just to kind of give some of my most recent thoughts in this entrepreneurial journey and some of the things that I've been thinking about. And one of the things that I'm thinking about a lot is, in order for me to give off this energy to everyone else, and in order for me to be this leader who is so genuinely secure in myself that I can be so good to everyone else. I think that's what really makes a incredible leader, is someone who's so genuinely secure in themselves and confident in themselves that they can do things like that are just like mental beast. And I think what's mental beast? I think mental beast is, for example, being in a scenario where like you know that you're right, or you have a very differing opinion than someone, and still like letting it be okay that you don't have to have that win. Like that's being really secure. And I think that's one thing that's been happening a ton to me. It's been happening a ton to me with like my employees, my teammates, really, is like, will be in situations, and I'm trying to teach other leaders in my company, and I'm trying to teach myself that you don't need that, Ethan. Like, you don't need that win of saying that thing. You don't need that win of expressing that frustration. It's okay. Like, you don't need that. Like, get to a place in your head, Ethan, that it's like you're happy with yourself. You're happy with what's going on. You're confident, and like you understand the bigger picture of things, and you don't need to put your 2 cents in, or you don't need to like correct someone when you know something is not the way that you wanted it to be, or you don't need to, make anyone feel anything but happy. It doesn't mean that you don't, like, all you give people is what they want to hear. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that, like, you need to be a mental beast, and a mental beast doesn't need anything for themselves. A mental beast doesn't need to say that thing or be right in that debate, or, like have the upper hand. A mental beast is good. A mental beast does things for others. A mental beast serves. I think, like, as I'm trying to become I really want to be known for being a noble leader. I want to be known for being a kind, noble leader. And I think how I get to that point is going to be seriously just becoming, first step, I think, is just becoming completely secure with yourself to where you don't need that at all. And I think number 2 is also just when you know that, like when you hear this conversation right now that I'm having with myself, or like, if someone is listening, it's okay. There's going to be times as a leader, in fact, there will every single day, most all of the days, there will be times when, someone's saying something or doing something that you're like, that's not exactly right. But it doesn't matter if it unless it's harming something, or it's like true, genuine feedback that you need to give someone. If you can let it go, I think letting it go is so noble, and it's so It's so secure, and it's also best in the long run. Like, when I'm trying to build something great here, like, I'm trying to keep everything together, right? Like, if you were needing that win every time along the way, and like needing to win that conversation or argument, like, that's just gonna, you're not gonna build something that's long-term sustaining. You need people to be happy. You need people to have that stuff. And then honestly, like, the reason that you are the leader is because you have the mental capacity to be able to do that. And so I think it's practice. I think if you know it first, you heard in this conversation, and you know, okay, I need to do that. Like, I don't need to, I'm not going to put in my 2 cents. I'm not going to, I mean, you can put in your 2 cents, right? But I'm not going to like when, you know, like, you're hearing something, you're like, no, that's not true because of this. Or like, just like, you don't need that. You don't need that. Or you see someone like doing something and just be happy for them and be stoked for them to have that. I think that is like the truest leader understands that, like, building something great involves people being happy, and people being happy takes a leader making sacrifices for them. And I'm not saying like I'm making sacrifices for these other people, but what I am saying is, like, it's okay. Like, relax. Like, you are the leader for a reason. Like, let's not forget that you're the leader. And so as a leader, like, it's your job and it's your responsibility, and you were created to be able to let it go and to take the higher road in all scenarios. And so that's something that's been on my mind a lot in my journey of entrepreneurship and my genuinely journey of leadership, because I think I talk a lot about how the stages of entrepreneurship in my entrepreneurial journey, they require different skill sets. Like, where the very beginning stage, every stage has required people management, right? And having this skill. But when I had like one store, and, you know, I was the manager and I really did most everything. I worked most all the shifts. I mean, yeah, I needed this skill, but even if I did say what I thought, like, didn't ever take the high road to all my employees, I didn't really need that many, right? And so at first it was about running the shop and getting customers at the door and doing a good job. As it gets bigger and bigger, and as things are less in my direct control, and more my job is to be the leader of people that then go serve those customers and provide and create the product to give to these customers. My job is leadership, and my job is to lead people, and my job is to, you know, give people what they need in order to create this business and create this brand. And so I think then it's every chapter you're going to have to practice the skill of, you know, being the bigger person. And it's not even big. I feel like being the bigger person is almost like kind of egotistical. It's like, well, I'm better than them. It's not better. It's like just being genuinely, like, you don't need that for yourself. It's just like, it's being generous almost. It's like you don't need that win for yourself, but by building someone else up and making them feel empowered and happy, you can create kind of what you wanted in the first place. So it's actually the best strategy to get ultimately what you want. And so just something I've been thinking about a lot, you know, as the chapters move on, like I was saying, and this skill becomes more and more pretty much one of the main and only things that I'm focusing on. It's leading people and getting people organized and held accountable and set up to do what I need them to do. It's super on my mind. And so I'm pushing and challenging myself to be secure with myself and to really focus on the needs of others, and to not taking those little wins for myself, because I'd rather give them to other people. because I love those people and because I care about those people, but also because that's the best strategy to win in the long run. And so, yeah, that's a lot of what I'm thinking about tonight. It's hard. It's frustrating, actually. I actually had a really frustrating day because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to practice that skill. In fact, I didn't do that. And it really bothered me. I was quiet most of the day because I was thinking about that a lot. And so, yeah, I'm going to really push myself to do that. I think I'm going to be happier the more I do that. I think I'm going to be more content because it makes you feel good. Like, and you're getting one step closer to really what you want. And so I'm going to be stoked with myself, and I'm going to be stoked for other people, and I'm not going to need to tear anyone else down in order to feel good. And that's nice. So, yeah, just a little thought that I'm having on my entrepreneurial journey. Hope everyone else is enjoying their life and is in a good place and is happy. And so, love you all. Ethan from Thirst here, checking out. Have a happy night.